Hey folks, Eder from Brain Pulp TV, and I'm back with more Magic Online. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to record a Mana Cave this week, so if I don't have any live paper magic to show you guys, I want to do what is essentially the next best thing and do one of the Magic Online drafts. So this time around, I'm doing an Ixalan Intermediate Swiss Draft. I'm also wearing my glasses, as you can see, because my eyes are kind of bothering me. So the gameplay videos that you'll see after the draft, I may not be wearing my glasses. Don't be fooled, it's still me. I know the whole Clark Kent Superman thing can be very confusing, but it is still going to be me, even if I'm not wearing my glasses during the game. However, for the draft itself, I'm definitely going to be wearing them, so let's get to that right now. Okay, so here we are in the draft itself. Now, I haven't drafted Ixalan once yet, so this is going to be a new experience for me. Bishop Soldier, Sword Tooth, Makeshift Munitions. Now, this is treasure map. I know this is a flip one, so it's Scry. Grab one, put a landmark counter on treasure map if there are 3 or more landmarks. And then it basically becomes a sacrifice a treasure, draw a card. Okay, well, it's not bad. I'm not super crazy about it. Let's see. We've got Commune with Dinosaurs, which is great if I know if I'm going for a dinosaur strategy here. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, Grazing Whiptail, Swashbuckling, Raptor Companion, Looming Altasaur, I think is the pronunciation. Oh, I'm not sure. Chart the course. Draw 2 cards and discard a card unless you attacked with a creature this turn. Doesn't sound too bad. There's Cancel, of course. Blossoming Dryad. There's a Bear with Lifelink. I think I'm going to take the treasure map. Maybe the wrong choice, but I'm going to go for it. Okay, so Primal Amulet. Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on it. If there are 4 more charge counters on it, you may remove Transform, and then add 1 of mana of any color to your mana pool. Oh, okay, so it's not horrible. As long as you control a merfolk or island, it gets +1/+1. Sheltering Light. Target creature gains indestructible in your turns. Grab one. It's a little trick. Fathom Fleet Firebrand. Fire Cannon Blast. It's removal. Hijack. Windstrider. 3/3 with flash and flying for 5. Italians. Slash of Talons. We have Skymarch Bloodletter. Battlefield. Don't lose 1 life, you gain 1 life. Sailor of Means. Ryle. Deals 1 damage to target creature you control. Creature gains trample. Altasaur. I mean, this is sorcery speed, so I'm not super crazy about it. Let's go with this and see if I swear I'm not just picking rares. Let's see. Axis Immortality. It's a mythic. Hey, if I was just going to be rare drafting, I would grab this as well too. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may have 2 target players exchange life totals. It's a fun card. I don't know how useful it'll be. Each opponent must attack you or a planeswalker you control at least once. Chart the course again. Run around. Target artifact or creature on top of his owner library. I don't mind that. Storm Sculptor. Can't be blocked. When it enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. Rage. Dealt damage. It deals 3 damage to target opponent. The Knight. Whenever it attacks, if you control a dinosaur, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Keeper. Hijack. Dire Fleet Hoarder. I don't mind the Hoarder. March of the Drowned. Turn target creature from graveyard to your hand. Return 2 pirate cards from your graveyard to your hand. I'm going to go with the Wayfinder here. Don't know if that was the best thing to do. Man, I can get like all the flip cards. Wait, I already have one of those, right? No, I don't. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates a 2 0/2 green plant creature tokens with Defender. Equip creature gets +2/+1. I should just take mono artifacts that flip. That will be my strategy for this particular game. Desperate, or draft, I should say. Desperate Castaways can't attack unless you control an artifact. Depths of Desire. Return target creature to its owner's hand. I like Depths of Desire. Costly Plunder as an additional. I love the art in this card. As additional cost to cast Costly Plunder. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Draw 2 cards. Raider's Wake. Discards a card. Let's go with the Keeper here. After all that, I take something You know what? I really should have. Okay. I've played with Jungle Delver before, and I've enjoyed it. What else we have? Bonded Horde Crest. I like. Unfriendly Fire. I may take Unfriendly Fire. Sky March Bloodletter. It's got flying. And there's the battlefield. Target opponent loses 1 life. You gain 1 life. It is a 2/2 flyer for 3, which isn't bad. But I may take the removal here, or the Bonded Horn Crest. The Cleric. Blossoming Dryad. When this enters the battlefield, it explores. Creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. Now I'm going to take one with the wind. So again, I don't know if that's the best thing to take here. This has got reach. Enters the battlefield. You may have it fight another target creature. Siren Lookout, flying. When it enters the battlefield, it explores. I may take that. Another Jungle Delver. Queen Base Soldier. Headstrong Brute. Emissary of Sun. Shorekeeper is, what is it? 0/3. Sacrifice. Pay 8. Sacrifice it, and then draw 3 cards. I'm not super crazy about the Archer. I do like Siren Lookout, so I think I'm going to take that. Yeah, I'm going to take the Siren Lookout. Lookout's Dispersal. Costs 1 less to cast if you control a pirate. How am I doing for pirates? I think I'm mostly merfolk right now, right? Oh no, this is a merfolk. It's not a merfolk, it's a pirate. Say. Keeper's a human shaman. Prosperous pirate. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 colorless creature. Or sorry, 2 colorless treasure artifact tokens. It's a 3/4 for 5. It's Crushing Canopy. Windstrider. It's that 3/3 for 5 with flash. I'm going to take Lookout's Dispersal. Counterspell. Strong Brute, Jungle Delver, Pirate's Prize, Stormfleet Pyromancer. Enters the battlefield. If you attack with a creature this turn, Stormfleet Pyromancer deals 2 damage to target creature or player. It's not bad. May take Pirate's Prize, though. Yeah, let's take Pirate's Prize. I may just take the cancel here. Immune with dinosaurs. We're not really going for a dinosaur strategy. If anything, we've got more pirates than... We just have the 1 pirate, I think. Yeah, you know, I'm just going to take the cancel here. Let's see, Blinding Fog, Hijack, Ryle. Blinding Fog's on our color. It's Indestructible and Scry Shell. Go 3 color. I don't really like... No, I think this is good, because, yeah, just for the hexproof part of it alone, I think is good. Axis Mortality. Storm Sculptor, can't be blocked. The battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. Yeah, I'm going to take the Sculptor. Depths of Desire. Yep, why not? Blossoming Dryad, sure. Guild Sentinel. And then I can even use the Forest, so... So I've only grabbed our cards that we can definitely use in this deck. Once again, I'm not sure this is the strongest deck. It never is when I build a deck. I mean, it's pretty much odds on that it's not going to be the strongest deck ever if I'm the one creating it. There's really not much for us here. We have the Pirate's Cutlass, which is when enters the battlefield, attach it to a pirate you control. Actually, I don't mind that. What else do we have on color? We have Dive Down. It's 0/3 and hexproof in the end turn, which I don't mind. And then we have the Ravenous Daggertooth. Rage, whenever it is dealt... whenever it's dealt damage, you gain 2 life. Unfriendly Fire is also... I'm thinking of taking, even though I'm not on red. Wanted Scoundrels. I really think I'm still going to stay on the colors I'm in right now. We don't have much in the way of pirates. And I don't think we will in these colors for the most part. So... I mean, at the end of the day, this is a 3/2 for 3, which is an awful... I'm gonna take the Daggertooth here. Okay, so the Vanguard, no. Depths of Desire. Chalice is when it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life, and then it's basically a mana rock. River Herald's Boon. This could work for us because we do have Merfolk. Don't know why I'm having such a difficult time saying the names of these cards. one of the Wayfinders. Again, Depth of Desire. Sky Terror. Colors. But yeah, here I'm going to take the boon. Wild Growth Walker. Every creature you control explores, put a 1/1 counter on it, and you gain 3 life. Pounce. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. I may take this because I want the removal. Stormfleet Spy. It's got Raid. When it enters the battlefield, if you attack with a creature this turn, draw a card. I like that as well too. But we're not going to have much in the way of removal. So Pounce may be the way to go. What do we have that explores? I think we have a couple. Excuse me, we have a couple things here that explore. Yeah, Siren Lookout explores. Oh, we have one other thing that explored. No? I'm going to take Pounce. I think we're going to need the removal here. Okay, so there's another boon. There's another Siren Lookout, which I like. I mean, this is a huge stompy creature, which we'll probably never get enough mana to cast. And looking at some of these red cards, I wish I went into red. I think I'm going to take another Siren's Lookout here, though. Yeah, let's take another Siren's Lookout. Okay, when Sun's Avatar or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. It's a 7, but it's a 5/5. It's not... I may take it. It's... enters the battlefield, explores. And Water Trap Weaver. When it enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That creature doesn't untap. I mean, I like this card. I'm thinking to take this because I like at least one big bomb type creature. The Wild Growth Walker. I mean, we could go for more stuff that explores at this point. Shaper's Apprentice has flying as long as you control another merfolk. I like that. I think I may go with the Wild Growth Walker. Pirate's Prize again. Yeah, let's go with the Walker this time and see if we can get more stuff that explores. Creatures you control with flying get +1/+1. Do I have much with... I don't think I have much with flying right now. I do have that enchantment that gives flying. The Siren's Lookouts have flying. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. 6/6 with Trample. Unclaimed territory. Let's take the Colossal Dreadmaw. Another Pounce. Probably going to take that. Or I can take the Bounce. I can take the Pounce or the Bounce. Yeah, let's take the Pounce. Okay, so what do we have here? Nothing in our colors. Is there anything worth splashing for? Dinosaur spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Discards 2 cards. Let's take the Collar and just put it in the sideboard. I mean, we do have some dinosaur cards. I don't think we're going to splash for white. I mean, Unknown Shores could give us that ability. So it's either the Chalice or the Unknown Shores. I'm going to take the Unknown Shores just in case we do want to splash for another color. There's another Jungle Delver. What's the Water Trap Weaver again? Enters the battlefield. Tap target creature and opponent controls. Yeah, let's grab you. Okay, I'm maybe take another Unknown Shores. I mean, I don't see this ever being cast. I'm going to grab another Unknown Shores for the sideboard. Cobbled Wings or the Diviner. Take the Diviner. It is Diviner, right? Yeah. Blinding Fog, put that in the sideboard because I don't think I'm going to run 2 of them. And Jungle Delver, I don't think I'm going to run 2 of them. I'm going to put that in the sideboard. Actually, I don't mind Jungle Delver, because at least its cost to start putting counters is fairly reasonable. Let's see. So we're Spiketail, Ceratops. Block an additional creature each combat. Shipwreck Looter. Enters the battlefield. If you attacked with a creature, turn, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. It's not bad. Shaper's Apprentice. We're good for like 2 drops, and we got a ton of 3 drops. I think I'm going to take the Ceratops here. Yeah, let's take the Ceratops. Revel in Riches, I'm actually building a deck around this. But I'm not going to grab it just because of that, because I can get these for fairly cheap. Actually, I think I might have already bought a playset of this. Shapers of Nature for this deck may be perfect. Probably perfect. See anything else? Sleek Schooner, which isn't bad. Actually, kind of nice for equipment. Free to get out there and only one to crew. But I think Spell Pierce as well, too. Shit. I don't think I can pass up Shapers, though. Spell Pierce... I'd really like to take Spell Pierce, but I'm going to take the Shapers of Nature. Actually, you know what? Damn it, Shapers of Nature would probably have wheeled. Some Petal Grove I may take, because it's going to give me a better chance to splash for the Caller. Now, we do have 3 dinosaurs. We don't have a ton of dinosaurs. What do we have? Siren's Ruse. Still target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If a pirate was exiled this way, draw a card and run around. Target artifact or creature on the top of it. I mean, run around may be better. And there's another Caller here. You know, I'm going to take the Grove. Glacial Forest. I could take the Glacial Forest, and that would also allow me to... Or I can take another Shapers of Nature. And just completely abandon splashing for white. Glacial Forest. Or... I think here I'm going to be taking another... Sailor of Means again? Battlefield. Okay. The Keeper... I think I want to take another Shapers of Nature here. This would really allow me to splash for white for sure, but I mean, we're talking about one card. One card that we're going to be doing that for. So yeah, I'm going to take Shapers of Nature here. Spell Swindle. I may take that just because I think that card's going to be crazy fun. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, draw a card. That may be good for the sideboard. That may wheel still. Another Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce might be better than that. Man, Spell Swindle just sounds like it's going to be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna take Spell Pierce. I just think it'd be more useful in the long run. So there's another Windstrider, Sentinel Totem. Immune with dinosaurs. Now we do have some dinosaurs. We don't have a ton of dinosaurs. It's really more of a merfolk thing we got going on here. So I don't think Commune with Dinosaurs is really going to help us. So I'm thinking either Cobbled Wings or the Windstrider. Let's take the Windstrider. So I like it that it's got flash. I'm almost definitely taking the Gorger here. New Horizons, enchant land, enter the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. I mean, that's nice too. Rebirth. I like Rebirth as well too. There's another Siren's Lookout, but yeah, I think the Scavenger. Yeah, let's take the Scavenger. I think that's just hands down the best of those there. So green is obviously wide open. And I think for the most part, blue is, given what's been passed to me. There's another Siren's Ruse, so I can take this trick if I want it. And I think I like it over another Blinding Fog, which I already have 2 of, or another Blossoming Dryad. If I was relying on casting more big stuff, I would probably take the Blossoming Dryad, but I think here I'm going to take the Ruse. I might end up cutting it, but... Another Diviner, which I kind of like. Shipwreck Looter. I may take the Looter over another Diviner. I mean, this is good for blocking, but I've got a lot for early game. Both 2 drops, or I could go for the 9/9, which might be really interesting if I can get it out after the Avatar. But I think here I'm going to take the Shipwreck Looter. Another Spell Pierce. Okay, I'm going to take the other Spell Pierce. Oh, do I want that over Spike-tailed Ceratops? I think. Yeah, I'm going to take another Spell Pierce. There's another Ruse or a Jungle Delver, or I can just take one of these 2 things. You know what? Let's take Let's take the Jungle Delver. I'm just gonna put it in the side. I gotta cut a bunch of stuff anyways. And then it's the same cards over and over. And I don't need another Blinding Fog. I don't really need the Keeper either. I think I already took a Keeper. And that's probably gonna get cut. Okay, so we did get our Brontodon. Jungle Delver to the side. And a Forest. So yeah, there was no one on green, there was no one on blue. So probably made some bad picks early on, but we definitely got colors that were open. So right now we're at 33, so I need to cut a full 10 cards. So we're going to quickly try to whittle this deck down and make it something playable. Okay, so let's see. Let's group creatures separately. I want to keep both Shapers of Nature in. That Explorers, the Daggertooth, Death Gorge. Scavenger is going to stay in. Blossoming Dryad. I can get rid of I'll keep that in just for a second. Blossom Dryad will help with the bigger end creatures, but we don't have a ton. Like, I didn't make this deck super heavy as far as like the high mana cost creatures. So and it's mostly small stuff. So I think I'm going to take out the Blossoming Dryad. I can probably get rid of the Dragon Tooth as well too. I don't know if the Gilded Sentinel's super important, so I can get rid of him. So that puts us down to 16 creatures. I'll see what I can cut now of the non-creature spells. We don't have much removal, so I'm going to keep the Pounce in. We also don't have much in the way of really strong creatures, so maybe Pounce, just need one Pounce, because we do have counter spells. I don't think we need Siren's Ruse. Lookout's Dispersal. Because we don't have much in the way of removal, I'm going to try to keep as many of these counter spells in there. I don't know if this is really going to be that useful. It's 4 to get out there. And all our instant sorceries are pretty cheap to cast anyways. I mean, it'd be great if I get this out, flip it, and then have Pirate's Prize out there. But I don't think I need the Amulet, which I think was my pack 1, pick 2. So don't judge me, please. Let's see, where are we at now? We're at 27, so we still need to cut 4. Let's get rid of the Keeper. I'm gonna get rid of the Keeper. Let's take out Blinding Fog for now, and then we'll sideboard this. It'll be useful if we face decks that have like a lot of removal or burn or anything like that. But I think for now we can probably get away with putting in the sideboard, and that just leaves us 2 more to cut. You know, I mean, part of me wants to keep Treasure Map in because it ended up being my pack 1, pick 1, which I realized was not the best, but to keep it in just to justify that pick. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna take out Treasure Map. Damn it. Now, can I get away with playing just 16 land? The only stuff that we need doubles of are for our late game stuff. The Avatar and the Dreadmaw. I might be able to get away with just 16 land. I prefer to play 17. I do have a lot of low end stuff. Like, let's combine these groups quickly and then sort by converted mana cost. Yeah, I mean, I'm heavy on the low end. I don't really have much in the way of high costed stuff, so I might be able to get away with 16 land. Let's add the basic lands and see how this deck looks. They're suggesting an even split, and yeah, I mean, even though the green is what I need double of later on, there's a lot of blue early on as well too, so I think an even split works here. So 8 Forest, 8 Island. Alrighty, so this is the deck that I've built. Once again, I'm not a super strong drafter, so bear with me here. We have 8 Forest, we have 8 Island, and then we'll start off with the 1-drops. We have 2 copies of Spell Pierce. Then we have 1 with the Wind, Shipwreck Looter, Ixalan Diviner, Pounce, River Herald's Boon, Wild Growth Walker, Depths of Desire, Lookout's Dispersal, Siren Lookout, 2 copies of that, Water Trap Weaver, Cancel, Death Gorge Scavenger, Tishana's Wayfinder, 2 copies of Shapers of Nature, Pirate's Prize, Storm Sculptor, Windstrider, Spiked-tailed Ceratops, Colossal Death Dreadmaw, worst time reading ever, and then finally to end the torture of reading out these cards, Verdant Sun's Avatar. Okay, there you go, folks. Now, I know I say this often whenever I show you guys drafts, but this is not the best draft deck I've ever made. It's also not the worst by any means, so we're going to get into our first match and see how we do. Okay, so here we are in the first match. Let's see. Nothing to play till turn 3. But at least then we do have a couple things. So, you know what? I'm going to keep this. Because we don't really have any turn 1 plays other than our Spell Pierces, so I wasn't expecting turn 1 play. It would have been great if we had a turn 2 play. Okay, so they got Opt. I like Opt. I like the fact that it's been reprinted and put in the set, so pretty happy to see it. Not in my opponent's hand, but okay. We catch another land, which is not ideal. I would rather have a 2-drop, but at least we have one more turn to get a 2-drop, so hopefully we'll pull one. We'll see if our opponent's going to start quick out of the gate. Even the fact that he's got to scry and draw a card, chances are he's got an early play here. So blue-black. So the Hoarder is going to come out. So let's hope that I can do the Sirens. Okay, so we have Pounce. Okay, so we do have a 2-drop, just not the type of 2-drop that we would want right now. But that could be useful to get for removal, especially if Siren's Lookout does end up able to find something when it explores. Okay, something to swing in, no huge surprise there. And they are casting, they're leaving 1 up, which makes me worry about, oh, so Costly Plunder. So they're going to get a treasure, and they're going to be able to draw a couple extra cards. So they're keeping their hand nice and full, and they have 1 blue up, like I said, for Spell Pierce, if they've got it, or 2 up for another type of counter spell. I don't think, is there any other counter spell that takes 2 or another land? Okay, well, that's not exactly what we needed. I'm going to go ahead and screw it. I'm going to cast a Lookout. I mean, we can't hold back now, just in case they got a counter spell. So if they have Spell Pierce, they have Spell Pierce. It does resolve, and we get to explore. You know what? I'm going to put that on top of our library. I like that. I like that. So now we have a T3 flyer, which I'm happy about. It also allows us to use Pounce a little bit better, so we can, I mean, obviously he's not going to be able to take out huge creatures, but we can take out anything that's only got 2 toughness, so most likely survive the experience. The opponent is, oh, there we go. Enters the battlefield, destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. Okay, good, so they don't get the extra value for that. Pounce, sadly, is not going to do much against that. Water Trap Weaver will. So now I can swing in and then draw and discard. I can Pirate's Prize. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the Water Tap Weaver here. Yeah. So I'm going to swing in. They don't have... You know, I'm going to do this now just in case. Like, I doubt they have anything that's going to be able to block the flyer or allow this to block the flyer, but better safe than sorry. And now I'm going to go swing in with the Lookout. Might have wanted to keep 1 blue up to bluff that I had Spell Pierce in hand, but... If I bring Storm Sculptor out as well, too, I mean, it can't be blocked, so I probably best not to use Pounce on it, but I can take this out with the Pounce on the Storm Sculptor. Okay. So not the worst start to a game so far. Our opponent has slight card advantage. Well, not anymore. Now we're tied for card advantage. Prosperous Pirates. Okay, it's a 3/4. So he's definitely got the bigger creatures. That's for sure. We do have bounce though. I mean, he's building up the treasure. I'm not sure what he's going to end up using cast, but he can definitely cast something colossal if he needs to. And we get Shapers of Nature, which could be very good for us. We can play an island, and then I can cast both Shapers of Nature and Shipwreck Looter if I want to. So let's go ahead and swing, and this does not have reach or anything now. So let's go and swing into the Siren's Lookout. Now, what would I discard if I wanted to use the ability? Well, we get to draw first, right? Yeah, okay. So we're going to do Shipwreck Looter first. Okay. Yes, use the ability. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Diviner. And then I'll bring out the Shapers of Nature. So he's got the bigger creatures. We're slightly ahead on board presence, though, which is good. And we can start putting counters on one of our creatures. Probably going to be pumping up the Shapers. He's most likely going to be looking to get rid of this. Okay. Fine. Still building up the treasure. Yeah. Because we can double block a bunch of his stuff, so it makes sense not to swing in there. We do get a forest, which is good. That will allow us to put a +1/+1 counter on Siren's Lookout. Yeah, so let's go ahead and swing in with Siren's Lookout. Okay, so I'm going to use Shaper's ability. They have a response to it. Or not. And I'm going to hold back for Pounce. So I can now use Siren's Lookout to take care of the Fleet Cutthroat. Or next turn, if I'm lucky, if I don't have to use it, I can actually another counter on the Lookout. Primal Amulet. So sorcery, instant sorcery spell. So I'm not the only one that picked this in a draft. So that's nice to see. Enchanted creature. Oh, okay. So this is do I want to do that on Shapers of Nature? Let's do this. Let's put one with the wind on Shapers of Nature. And then I can swing in with both Shapers and Siren's Lookout. Do I want to put another counter on it? Because it's 8, 9. I'm going to hold back. I'm actually going to hold back. And I might do... Yeah, I'm going to hold up for pounce. I'm going to hold up for pounce. Not sure if that's the best choice, but I can always, if I need to, I can always use this to put another counter on one of the creatures. Okay, so we go to sideboarding anyways. So we did win the first game. We're going to see how we do. I don't think there's anything I really need to sideboard. So yeah, overall, I think it went really well in the first game of the first match. So you know what? I'm just going to submit as is, and we're going to see how it goes for us, see what they end up sideboarding in, and maybe if it's going to go a little bit different for our opponent. Hopefully it goes the same way for us, but I've lost 2 games in a row in a match after winning the first one, so I'm not going to take anything for granted here. Okay, so this is not a great opening hand. Man, one more land and this would have been wonderful. But yeah, I can't. I've got to mulligan this. I mean, we're already up 1, so, and this is just gone from one extreme to the other. They kept 7. I mean, Explore puts another land in her hand. Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this we can keep. And do we want to put that on top? I think I'm gonna put that on the bottom. So this is not ideal for us. We do have a turn 3 play like we did before, and it is Shapers of Nature, which is great for us. But overall, yeah, those first 2 hands we got dealt were just awful. Okay, so Shorekeeper. Let's see. So hopefully we can draw some of our 2-drops here. So we're just gonna go play an island, and of course we catch our 6-drop. We have our 5-drop and 6-drop. So this is not great for us. We do have a 3-drop, like I said before, so we are going to be able to play something on turn 3. But yeah, overall this is not the greatest for us. We are up 1 game, so hopefully we can still pull this out. But we're off to a pretty dismal start in our second game of the first match. And they, of course, did not mulligan, so they don't have a turn 2 play, though. Or they're just waiting till the second main phase to do it. Nope, no turn 2 play. Neither do we, so, you know, we do catch another land, which will at least allow Shapers of Nature to use its counter ability. But other than that, yeah, we still haven't drawn anything that we're going to be able to cast anytime soon. Maybe they're off color. Okay, so Siren's Lookout. See if it's going to get the counter on it. What is the revealed card? Direfleet Hoarder. And they put that on top of their library. So, once again, they're off to a better start than we are, but they're not able to swing in yet. So it's a bit of a slow start for them. It'd be great if they don't have swamps. Like, if they don't have swamps, then they're not going to be able to cast that. But then again, if they don't have a swamp in hand, I don't know why they would put that on top of their library. So probably they do have a swamp in their hand. Right, so we got Shapers of Nature, and we're going to go ahead and cast that now before they can somehow get a counter spell into their hands. So, and then next turn we can play the island and start putting counters on it, or we can try to get a bit ahead of the game and bring up the Diviner, which may be the better idea because I'd love to be able to cast the 5-drop at some point. And they don't have anything that can trade with this, so we'll see if they play a swamp. Like I said, I'm sure they must have a swamp in hand, or else they wouldn't have put that card on top of their library. Opt, okay. So maybe they're hunting for a swamp at this point. They play a swamp, and they've obviously, there we go. So now they can play it. So either wow, that would have been risky if they didn't have a swamp before, and then so Direfleet Hoarder. Okay, so this is fine. Now they're going to swing in because obviously I can't block this, but then that's going to make it so that they have nothing that can effectively block the Shapers. They're going to swing in. Okay, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay, So, oh, and we get another Shapers of Nature, which is great for us. I don't know if I'm going to cast that quite yet. I'm just going to go ahead and swing in. They'll probably pop the Hoarder in front of it, I'm guessing. Oh, they're not, so they don't want the treasure. I guess they just want the creatures. Maybe they don't have a lot in the way of creatures right now. Do I do Shapers or I do the Diviner? I think here I'm going to do the Diviner in case I can grab a land. So we'll put the Diviner out. Okay, so we do have a land, so we are going to be able to cast the Windstrider next turn if we want to. So, and we also have something that can block the Hoarder if need be. So, I mean, I'd love to start putting counters on stuff, but for now, I think we're doing okay. We are eventually going to have something that's going to be able to deal with the flyer. I'll be able to flash out the Windstrider. So maybe hold up on their turn for when they swing in with the Siren Lookout next turn, because we will have 5 up. And then that'll just put us 1 off the Dreadmaw. So even though we did not have the best opening 2 draws, we have sort of equalized here. Yeah. Swing in. Makes sense. And then we'll see what they have in hand to cast. Because they didn't play a land this turn. Did I Tormentor? Enters the battlefield. If you attacked a creature, your opponent discards a card. Okay. That is fine. That is fine. Part of me wants to discard the Forest. But then I won't be able to bring the Windstrider out for that. So I may actually go ahead and discard the Dreadmaw. Yeah, let's discard the Dreadmaw. They have anything else they're going to cast? Now we have a second Shapers, so I may swing in with the Shapers, and then if they decide to double block, that's great. We also have Spell Pierce, which is good for us as well too, because now I can actually put a +1/+1 counter on it and hold up with Spell Pierce. So yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and swing in with... I want to swing in with Shapers of Nature. Is that, I mean, we have this up for blockage. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and swing in with Shapers of Nature. They could double block, and that's fine. I don't see them doing that. I think they're going to want to press the advantage of having a better board state, so... Okay. So they're just going to get rid of that, which is fine. Okay, so we got Windstrider. Hopefully they don't have a counter spell for it. They'll swing in with the Siren, I'm guessing for sure. I guess we'll see in a second what they do. And then we've also got the Diviner up to block either of these. And if they cast something super scary that's going to like completely swing it in their favor, we can always Spell Pierce and then just use the excess mana to put a counter on something. So. Okay. So now we're going to see if we're walking into a counter spell. Are we walking into a counter spell? I didn't see any counter spells for them last time. Okay. This doesn't put us out of the woods yet, but hopefully this will kill their lookout. There, and put you on you. So we're still taking 2, but that's fine, because we're getting rid of their flyer. And we're going to have a 3/3 flyer of our own now. Destroy target creature and opponent controls that was dealt damage this turn. And they're most likely going to take out the Windstrider. Like, yeah, there wouldn't make sense to do anything else. Okay. Would have been nice to have Spell Pierce up for that, but I still think we made the right choice. Oh, we can actually now give this flying. We can bring the other Shaper of Nature out. And then I can give this flying if I want to. I'm not going to swing it. I'm going to hold up blockers. But let's do this. 2, 3. Bring on another Shapers of Nature. Or do I want to put one with the wind on? Because then that will trade with that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put one with the wind on the Shapers, so then they can't swing it. And I'm just not going to attack. I'm going to leave them all up for blockers this turn. And we still have a Spell Pierce, which is going to mean less and less later in the game, but they're still stuck on 4 lands, and it's turn 6, so I'm just going to hold up. Do I hold up or do I swing in? I think, you know what? Maybe I just swing in. Because what am I looking at? I can take out those 2 and I'd be taking an additional 3. Yeah, you know, I'm going to swing in. Yeah, because one of this can block this, and then I can actually put start putting counters on this to make this a more effective blocker, and then it'll block the Fleet Cutthroat forever. So, okay, so they do finally catch another land, which I'm sure they're thrilled about. And then from here on out, I should be able to hold up for Spell Pierce every single round. So Costly Plunder. Yeah. So they're in dire need of answers apparently. I might have done that. Oh no. Differently for them, but I was thinking maybe cast that after attacks or something, but I don't know what they have in hand, so. Okay, are they going to swing in? I wouldn't have blocked this, but. And then we have a forest. I'm going to. Yeah, I'm not going to hold up the forest. Do I swing in with these 2? No, because. Yeah, I'm just going to swing in with Shapers of Nature. Do they have instant speed removal for it? I might have wanted to put a counter on it that turn, but I do want to put another counter on in case he decides to swing in. So I might put the other counter on this one as well too. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do, but or I can just put a counter on at the end of turn and then swing in for 7 next turn. Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, I'll just put a counter on the end of turn and then put a second counter on it, so I'll swing in for 7 next turn. Okay, so I don't think Spell Pierce is going to be able to stop whatever they're going to cast, because they're most likely going to have more than 2 up at the end. There we go. And swing in with the Shapers of Nature. Might be enough. Can only block creatures when it enters the battlefield. If you control a pirate, tap 2 target non-land creatures. Now I can Spell Pierce, but there's no point. 2 target non-land permanents. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, makes sense to do that pre-combat given its ability. So, yeah, sadly, Spell Pierce was not going to be able to. I mean, I could force him to tap 2 more, but it does nothing. So if I do 1, 2, 3 for this, it explores. So again, that's not really going to do anything, or I can hold it. But it allows me to hold it for Spell Pierce as well too. Yeah, I'm going to bring another creature. See. I I mean, I can... At least it's a playable card, but I think I'm going to put that... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to put that on top of my library because it's going to allow me to draw next turn, so... Should things not work out. Most likely I've got them next turn, unless they have something pretty spectacular that allows them to swing in for... They got 6, 7, 8 right now, but they still need to get through this stuff. This now trades with that, so... Deadeye Plunderer gets +1 for each artifact you control. Create a colorless. This forces them to get rid of that. That's fine. I'm actually, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Because we still have them in 2. Because they're not swinging in with this. There's no way. Because I need it to chump. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So I'm going to go ahead and swing in with our flying shapers. And they will block. I'm not going to bother putting the counter on it quite yet. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and Shipwreck Looter. Draw, yes. You know what? I'm going to discard... I am going to discard the Walker. I mean, Spell Pierce is probably not going to do us a lot of good at this point, but just in case they have some sort of game-changing spell that they tap out for, because anything that they're going to tap out for and use up their treasure for is going to be something pretty massive, so... And then, if need be, I'll just, like, put the counter at the end of the turn if I haven't used Spell Pierce. Yeah, there's no... I mean, I probably should have gotten rid of Spell Pierce because I don't think it's going to be super useful, but I'd be kicking myself otherwise. I'm also way ahead in clock. Okay, good. So we ended up winning our first match of the draft. So that's better than I've been doing in a lot of my past drafts. So we're going to go on to the next match and see how we do. However, I may not be wearing the same clothes because chances are I'm going to be recording the second match tomorrow. But through the magic of editing, it's going to happen right away for you guys. Okay, so here we are in the second match. We won the die roll. Would we like to play first? Yes, we would. This is not bad for us. Once again, I mean, we have a lot of 2-drops. But I'm going to keep this because we do have something on 3. We have several things on 3 that we can do. So play the Forest and move on. So opponent is on black. Play the island, and once again, can't do anything till turn 3, but we do have a couple of good cards for turn 3, so. Cobbled Wings. I think I'm going to bring out... Yeah, I think I'm going to bring out Shapers here. Yeah, let's bring out Shapers. It's a 3/3. We'll get it out. I mean, they may have removal to get rid of it right away, but that's the case, that's the case, so. They are going to be able to give something flying, but we do have flyers of our own, so we may not have to worry about that too much. Story target creature power 3 or less. Ah, well, there we go. Sadly, maybe we should have brought out Siren's Lookout first. Okay, so if we get a land, we're good, and if we don't, then at least we have a 2/3 flyer. So let's go ahead and undo that. I'm gonna tap it this way. Have them maybe think we got Spell Pierce, which we don't. Do I want that? I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put that on the top. We can use it, and we can use a Pirate's Prize next turn to draw some cards if we don't get just help look for a land as well too. So, and this is a pirate, so this will cost us 1 less. Sadly, we can't cast it. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that because there was no raid effect. And even if they give this flying, our lookout can deal with it. Do we want to pounce? Or do we want a pirate's prize? I think here we're just going to go ahead and swing in. And a pirate's prize. If we draw land, we're good, because we're also going to get a treasure. We do draw land. So that means that we can either Lookout's Dispersal or pounce. So that's we're set pretty good right now. They are going to swing in. They did not put this on, which is fine. Let's see what they're going to cast. A card. I think I want them to draw a card. I think I may save Lookout's Dispersal. No, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and crack this and Lookout's Dispersal that. I don't want them drawing a card. There are probably better things to come along that we could use that on, but I don't want them drawing a card. Okay, so they're going to put the wings on there. So I think I made the right choice there. And I can Spiketail Ceratops. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and swing in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good right off the bat. They've still got plenty of gas in hand, I'm guessing, with 4 cards. Okay, they're going to swing in. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Not sure what else they have. If it's if it's anything with an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life right at the beginning of your end step. If you attacked with a creature this turn, target opponent discards a card. Okay. I think... Do I want to... I think I'm going to get rid of the Storm Sculptor. Yeah. There we go. So we're 1 off of the Verdant Sun Avatar. So I think here we're just going to swing in with both. And then bring out another Siren's Lookout. Once again, either way, if we get a land, that's great. If not, then it gets the buff. I'm going to put that on top because it allows us to explore again. And I will probably take this out with Pounce before they get to attack. Because I don't want this to go off. So they're thinking, I think they're thinking whether it's better for them to attack and have me discard a card or keep it up as a blocker. Either way, it's dead. So if they don't attack with it, I don't even want to give them the option of attacking with it because I'll just have to discard it anyways. Well, no, because yeah, I will have to discard it anyways, right? So yeah, I'm probably just going to go ahead and pounce on this. Plunderers. +1/+1 for each artifact you control. Okay, that's fine. Put that there. Okay. So he's not swinging in with this thing. Or he might be. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pounce. Target creature, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pounce on this now. Okay, so now I can swing with both of these. for 4. So this is actually, yeah, we'll put that on top. We'll put that on top. Now we're gonna most likely end up having to discard the avatar, which is fine. But the boon is going to be able to make these 3/4s next turn, so that's fine. I'm okay with this. And has lifelink. That's unfortunate, but okay. So we discard that. Oh no, they're 12. Okay, so 12. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I have to keep one up. So I can whittle away at it. 1/1 counter on it. So 1, 2, 3. If I do this, because I can put a 1/1 counter on target merfolk and target creature I control. So I thought these were merfolk, but they're not merfolk. So instead we can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They would swing in for lethal. So we would need to keep at least 1 back. They're going to gain 6 life. Okay. We're going to go and swing in with just the Wayfinder here. Which is fine. We will put a counter on one of these and then... Yeah, so let's see if we can time this right. Okay, so he's going to swing in. I'm going to double block. Okay. Put that there, that there. Order it. And then do this on target creature and target merfolk. So one of these gets to live. He's going to gain 6 life, which sucks. Another flyer. Not good for us. We have nothing to discard. Okay, if we attacked with a creature this turn, now this is not going to do us any good anyways, so we might as well attack and then draw a card. Oh, because that's not going to make any difference anyways, because we'll just have to discard it. Seven, so this is just going to end up being a chump blocker again for this. Damn it, we were doing so well up until this ridiculous combination of cards came out. Damn it. Well, I got to go ahead and swing in, because he's just going to keep gaining extra life. This is not going to do us any good because it's not a flyer. So yeah, I'll do this, and there's no point in using its ability. Nope. Oh, so we need to be able to get rid of this. We do have bounce, which would be perfect, because it's going to get rid of both the enchantment. So we can draw into our bounce, which would be great. Oh, we were doing so well. We were doing so well. Oh, end step. That's fine. And then, we do not draw into any of our bounce. So we are dead this turn. We're going to go ahead and concede. That was rough. I'm going to draw a card and see what the next card would have been. Island. Counter target spell, yeah. So that's unfortunate. We had that game pretty much locked up until they had those two enchantments on, and that the lifelink is what really ended up killing us as well too. So we'll know that for next time. I don't think we have anything that's really going to deal with that. No, we're going to go ahead. We're going to submit this, and we're going to keep a lookout, and we may hold some of our counter spells up for that this time. So we'd like to play first. Yes, we would. God, this is exactly what happened last time. Our second game, we started off with a 1-land card, so we're gonna have to our 1-land hand. Okay, this is a bit better. Yeah, so we got Looter on 1, which we won't get the extra for, and then Siren Lookout. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna keep. Do we want this? You know, I'm gonna put it on top because this is gonna cost us 5. So they kept their. They did not have to mulligan. Which, oh well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and just bring out the Shipwreck Looter. We don't get any extra for it, but that's fine. And then next turn we got the Siren. Okay, good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and swing in the Looter. And then we just go ahead and bring out the Siren. So this, I mean, I'm happy with either. We won't be able to play that for a while. We got 4. Oh, and that's going to bring for 7. I mean, we do have a land drop next turn. Do I want this, or should I put it on the bottom? You know what? I'm going to put this. Yeah, I'm going to put this in our graveyard. Sad to see go, but it's going to be a while before we can cast it. And I think there's just... It's better. We're better off just being aggressive. When there's the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. That's fine. Okay. So here, I'm going to go 1 with the wind on the Looter, and that's going to make it so that he can't effectively block it. So we can swing it for both. Now we're burning through our hand pretty quickly, but this has put him on his back heel, and he's not able to block these yet. I mean, if he has those enchantments in hand again, he's going to be able to pump this up, and then it's going to be a whole other story. But for now, I think we're okay. Yeah, they were swinging in. Did they miss a land drop? Or are they just waiting for the second main phase to play it? No, they're just waiting for the second main phase. Okay. That's fine. Not fine, but it's okay. This is really good for us, actually. So let's go ahead and swing in. Now, the Scavenger is, if it's a creature card exiled this way, you gain 2 life. It's a non-creature card exiled this way, it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Okay. And that's any graveyard, right? You may exit target from a graveyard, yeah. But I think here I'm going to go ahead and do the... I'm going to do the Spike Tail. This way we can keep pressure up. Because they still don't have anything to block the flyer that won't die to it. And then this is going to be a decent blocker for us. Now, if they have the enchantment, which gives them lifelink again, we're in trouble. But once again, we're going to see if they have a land drop. And they're just waiting to the second main phase to play it. They do have the land drop, so... When it discards a card. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, well. Hate to see that one go. But we are still... That's fine. Damn it. That's really unfortunate to see that go. And then to have this come out. So I'm going to go ahead and swing in with both. Might as well keep the pressure up. See if they'll block one. They will block one. Okay. And I'm just going to keep this back for now. Just as a bluff. They're at 5. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is unfortunate. Damn it! Okay, so sacrifice it, counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. So they can do 3, 4, 5, 6. We gotta swing in. And think we got to swing in here. Like, I don't think we have any choice. These are both flying, so they can keep doing 6 or 3 to us. Yeah, I gotta swing in. They double block, and then we take out the Seeker. Or they don't block at all, and... Okay. Do they have that lifelinking card now in hand? That'd be really annoying. Not the end of the world, but it'd be super annoying. Now we have a bunch of bounce. We have stuff that can tap. Of course they do. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? Oh. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're going to gain 4th, so they're going to go up to 6. Now, okay, they're going to go up to 8. Both games this happened to us. And more land! I mean, there's nothing you can really do about that at all. So that is unfortunate. I'm going to say good games and good luck in your next round. Good games. Good luck in the next round. Those were really tough losses for us. And the flooding out at the end as well, too. Let's see what we would have drawn. See, look at the very next card. The very next card. Okay, well, I'm going to dust myself off, pick myself up, and or reverse that order, and we're going to go into the third and final match. We can still possibly get some packs out of this, but that was a really, really tough match loss to eat. Would we like to play first? Yes, we would. This is a tough call. Okay, so we do have something on turn 2. We have 3 turn 3 plays. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this because we can play the Shipwreck Looter. So I'm hoping we can draw 1 more, and they had to mulligan down to 6. So I really hope we catch a land in the next couple turns. Okay, have fun. Oh, our opponent said have fun. Thanks, you too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play the Shipwreck Looter for no extra value. We do have something else we can play if we don't end up getting our third land, but really hoping we still get our third land. We don't get our third land, so we're going to go ahead and do this now. Yeah, so I really hope... Here's hoping turn 4. I mean, we sort of flooded out at the end of the last game. That we played in the last match, so I'm really hoping that we can actually pull this out and get a third land, because the world is our oyster if we can just get a third land. Okay, so they have nothing that can still block our flyer, so far we're still ahead of the race. And okay, that makes me feel so much better. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing in first. Now, Shapers, the Wayfinder, or the Siren Lookout. I think I'm going to go with the Siren Lookout because it's got flying. And then either way, I'm happy because we forget Lookout's Dispersal. Yeah, I'm going to put that on top. I'm going to put that on top. Because we can cast everything except for the Pirate's Prize, given the lands that we have, so... Untap land. Oh, they're going to cast something big. But luckily we have this here. Okay, this works out perfectly for us. So we're going to be able to do the Water Trap Weaver next turn. And it's going to tap down their flyer. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Tap down their flyer. So now they have to come up with another flying answer, or else we've got them next turn. Oh, okay. So we're gonna see if they get another flyer. Dinosaur creature spell. Well, they got something with reach, which is almost as good for them. And now that's gonna get a bit of a bonus. Now we do have stuff. We do have stuff that may be able to bounce that out of his hand. Oh, okay, so this works as well too for us. So that is, neither of those are merfolk. That is a merfolk though. So we swing in with everything. Yeah, we swing in with everything, and then we can do the boon. Yep. I think that's the best way to do this. Yeah, because I can put one on a merfolk and one on a creature, so... so yeah, we'll do... Herald's Boon. Put one on creature and one on target merfolk. So this is going to die, but this is going to live. We got him down to 1. Tapped that wrong. I should have... Well, no, it wouldn't matter because I still wouldn't have been able to cast that, so... And now there's nothing that can block this that won't die to it. They can do 6, 7, 8. Okay, so no, we're still good. We're still good. I haven't caught another land yet, though. It's really unfortunate for us. So if we swing in and they double block, they'll have to block this. They have something that can block this. Do we swing in with both, or do we just swing in with this? It's a tough call. I think we have to put the pressure on them, because then they'll be forced to block. Now, they've got 2 cards in hand. They've got a ton of mana. I'm going to go ahead and swing in with both. They're going to cast something. We can... Okay. That makes sense. Sign blocking order. I would rather take out the thing with flying. Okay. And then we will bring out... I'm going to bring up the Wayfinder because I want another land. So yeah, we'll bring out this. And I can play that. Okay, so now we got another land. So we got a 4th land. Not that there's a huge, huge deal, but it's... I mean, now we can Pirate's Prize if we need to sort of draw into something extra. We'll see what they have. Okay, so this is fine so far. It's not great, but it is okay. They still can't... We can win this with a creature race. So we can... Shapers of Nature. And then that will keep up for lookouts, because one of these is a pirate, right? No, none of these are pirates. That's going to cost us 3. Still going to cast Shapers of Nature here. We are not going to swing in this turn. So they got 1 card in hand. So they still need to be able to block 3 creatures or get rid of one of our creatures. Okay, so they're still able to do it. And it's going to be based on their toughness. It's going to do damage based on the toughness. Okay, so like I said, we can still do this because we can keep... Now I can keep up and actually have cancel or lookouts dispersals. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Wild Growth Walker. That's going to give us 4 attackers. So they're still going to need to be able to put something in front of it. And I can just straight up cancel whatever they cast. Did they run out of creatures? They ran out of creatures. Okay, so we got lucky there. We ended up winning that little race in the end, but oh, okay. So we got a we still have to win 1 more in order to get this match. I think I just spat on my screen there, so let's just remove that. Hopefully I didn't spit on the camera. Nope, didn't seem to spit on the camera. So we're going to move on to the next one. I don't think I'm gonna make any changes. Blinding Fog maybe, or Pounce, maybe bring in the other Pounce. I think we're okay. So we're gonna submit this and see how it goes. Now, we haven't been doing well with our first... Okay, so we have another one of these ones where we got 2, which is almost enough to start doing a bunch of stuff. Now this is a pirate, so that means I'm gonna keep this. We went off a win, so maybe if we only really need to draw. The good thing about this deck so far is we only really need 3 lands for it to really be able to do its thing. Okay. Whew, okay, I feel a lot better about that decision now, for sure. So, probably the Weaver I'll put there and there, just so I can remember it's there. Okay, so they're going to swing in. Oh, no, that's 0-3, so. Okay. So we're doing okay. Not the quickest start for us. I mean, their dinosaur spells are costing 1 less, which is unfortunate. But not much we can do about that. I almost want to bring out the Siren's Lookout first, but I think it's better to bring out the Water Tap Weaver. And then I can put one with the wind. No, I'm going to do the Siren's Lookout, because I think it gives us better options. Okay, so another blue. This won't be cast for quite a while. And we're going to go ahead and Siren's Lookout. And I'm going to put that on top of my library. I do like that card. Okay, so now we have the 2/3 flyer that we need. Or that we definitely want. I don't necessarily know if we need it. What are they doing? Shining Orosaur. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. We can tap it down with the Weaver. And get a couple of free swings. Is that what I want to do? Do I want to tap that down with the Weaver and get an early swing in? And then I can one with the wind, the Weaver. Yeah, let's do that. Water Tap Weaver. Tap down there, Shining Orosaur. So we'll be able to get a couple of cheap swings in on them. And one more land and we can do the Windstrider. So really sort of force the air superiority. And then we can also put one with the wind on this as well too to make it a 4/4. So that's an unfavorable block for their Shining Aerosaur. I mean, they got the land I think they could want. I guess they just don't have... Okay, so we do have that. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and one with the wind, the Water Tap Weaver. Deals 2 damage. No, we're going to look out to dispersal that. Excellent. I think that was definitely a better use than to hold up for Shapers. So yeah, so now we're going to go ahead and swing in for 6. Okay, so things seem to be going well for us. We're also just one off from being able to bring out the Colossal Dreadmaw. Okay, bring Spine back. Dinosaur creatures, you get +1. Oh, man! And things were going so well for us. Well, we'll be able to deal with that in just a second. I can bring out Shapers and then start putting counters. I can also bring out the Colossal Dreadmaw. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and we need one more. Do I bring out Shapers or do I bring out the Colossal Dreadmaw? They're going to be able to start swinging in for this, and not much I can do about it. No, I'm going to bring in this. I may actually take the +1/+1 counter off of this one, just to draw a card. Because once I make this a 5/5 next turn, then it can fly in uncontested. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to deal with that, but we can deal with that with the Dreadmaw, so I'm going to be okay with this. And now we can counter a target spell as well, too. So yeah, let's go ahead and swing in with you. And then we'll bring out... At 6, we'll bring out that. So now we can block his Thundering Spine back as well, too. Okay. Okay. So now, so 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so if we do this, put a 1/1 counter on that. Target creature you control, target creature I don't control. And then swing in with the 2 flyers. And we should have this. Unless they have something pretty spectacular. Okay. Oh, okay. So there we go. Oh, God, he had me worried. He had me so worried there for a second. Okay, so they did concede. For a second there, when they swung in with everything, I thought for sure they had some sort of trick and I had screwed up somehow and I was going to end up having to go to a third and deciding game. But luckily, we ended up with a winning record. Not quite as good as you know, obviously you would want to go 3-0 in a draft, but a lot better than I've done in a lot of drafts. And especially considering this is the first time I drafted Ixalan, and I wasn't too confident after the initial draft that I had built a very, very strong deck. So it seemed to work out for me. Still wish I had done a little bit better in that second match. Things could have gone just a little bit differently, and I think we might have ended up with 3 wins. But still, I'm happy with 2 wins. We do have a couple of packs, and that is going to go towards either a league or a draft in the future. So there you go, folks. As I said at the beginning of this video, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to record a Mana Cave this week or any other sort of type of live tabletop gameplay. So I did want you guys to get to see some sort of gameplay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. As well, too, if you have any questions, concerns, or advice when it comes to Ixalan drafts, please leave that in the comments section below. You can also follow and contact me on Twitter at BrainPulpTV. So there you go, folks. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, doing everything you guys do to help support the channel. It means a lot to me here. May all your decks go undefeated, and I'll see you all again real soon.